London, and I've just finished studying Japanese Oriental Studies at Oxford University. From here onwards, I'm going to move to Tokyo and work in an insurance company. I found that when I was in Korea and Japan, everyone tries a lot to get you to like their country, which is a good thing. But then I found when I was in China, there was an attitude where it's like, if you don't like China, then whatever, and people didn't really necessarily care what you think, which I think was a very real thing, which is really good, and I actually really like that part of China. So I find that Korean girls can drink quite a lot of alcohol, whereas Japanese girls can't really, and Chinese girls can drink quite a bit as well. I think as well you can tell differences in their style of clothing. So Japanese girls tend to follow trends, I think, that are popular at the time, whereas that's not really the case in China. So the first thing I felt when I came off the plane in Beijing was, oh my god, it's hot. Because I was there in the middle of the summer and it was 40 degrees, and it's just something which English people are not made to deal with. We can't deal with that heat. And also I think I was surprised about the amount of people. Everywhere was crowded, taxis, the airport, even just the city centre. When you're crossing the streets, everyone was really crowded, so that was something else which really interested me. So one of the differences that I found was in restaurants and service. Also I felt when I was in Japan at times, people were quite obvious to the fact that they knew I was a foreigner, and I could feel that. Whereas in China, in Beijing, I don't feel as if people cared that I was a foreigner, and there was nothing unusual to them. So I felt that was different as well. Especially when I was jogging with my friends on the university track, we'd get tired more quickly and the air would feel a bit heavy to breathe, if that makes any sense. And also even when we were walking the streets and doing sightseeing, you could look up at the sky and there'd be like clouds of stuff going in front of the sun. And I thought it was a cloud, just a normal cloud, but apparently that was actually pollution, so my friend told me, so that was a bit worrying. One of my most memorable experiences as OJS president was when I was teaching beginners Japanese. Although I've been learning Japanese for 10 years and I can speak it pretty well, it was actually a challenge teaching beginners Japanese because I learned that so long ago, and some things I understand, but it's hard to explain why I understand them and how they work. In fact, it was more of a challenge than I thought it would be, but I really enjoyed that.